Hello traders, this is Umar with you and I hope you are all doing great. So there are lots of events lined up for the March series. We just finished the February series. We'll see in this video how March series is going to span out. Now if you may know or if you are active in the markets, we have several events lined up like US Federal Reserve is going to come out with a interest rate hike. Maybe they are going to increase 50 basis point. Then there is the mammoth LIC IPO. Then there is ongoing issue like Ukraine, Russia. Then Omicron issues. So there are lots of things happening in the market. In this video, we will specifically see how this LIC is going to affect you, or how this LIC IPO, which is a mammoth IPO, is going to affect the market, or is it going to boost the market if you are a trader, or if you are an investor, will the LIC IPO, will you get an allotment, or if you are an investor, whether you are going to get allotment or not. We will see in brief in this video, right? So nowadays, not a single day passes without a report in mainstream media about IPO in LIC. But the fact is, in a country where only around 2% of the population have access to the share market, unlocking the value of a mammoth financial organization for the purpose of retail investors will undermine the interest of 130 crores in Indians. I will tell you why. LIC was created in 1956 through an act of parliament with just 5 crores capital from the government, and started its journey with the motto people's money for people's welfare, right? People's money for the people's welfare. That is the motto of LIC. Once it is listed, it is like government taking your money and giving it back to you. Now since its inception, it has never hesitated in its chosen path and has been functioning like a mutual benefit society, catering to the needs of catering to the needs of needy section, and playing a pivotal role in mobilizing small savings of the people for the overall development of this country. But what our government what our government has done now to meet its disinvestment target is 27 amendments to the LIC Act 1956. It has done 27 amendments to the LIC Act 1956. The amendments will give way for the listing of LIC in stock markets and bringing it under the provision of Companies Acts and SEBI's rule. Now, what does that mean? LIC can raise resources from the market, but the facts are very much different. Now, you have to understand, LIC is investing around rupees 3.5 to 4.5 lakh crores every year for the development of this country. It has invested more than 31 lakh crores till now for the benefit of the community at large. Okay. Out of this, it has put in around how much? 24 lakh crores in central and state government securities like housing, irrigation, roads, etc. LIC is super rich. It doesn't need money from the market. Not only that, LIC is a very transparent company and efficient board managed institution. It comes out with public disclosures every quarter. It submits a report of its functioning every month to the our regulatory, which is insurance regulatory, IRDA, and also it places its account in the parliament for the scrutiny. If this is not transparent functioning, what else is? Why we need an IPO of LIC? And you have to note, many listed companies have collapsed due to bad managerial practices. We have seen collapse of which one? I think ILFS, DHFL, then banks like Yes Bank, Lakshmi Vilas Bank. These have been collapsed due to malpractices. And I will tell you another incident also. In 2008, 2009, during the Lehman Brothers collapse, AIG, it's a big insurance company in the US, right? AIG is an insurance giant. It was at the brink of collapse. AIG was virtually bailed out by the US government by pumping in lakhs of crores. However, in India, LIC and other PUCs provided stability to the country's economy. Right? When the World Trade Center in US was targeted by terrorists on 11th September 2001, insurance companies of US refused to settle the claim till they were subsidized by the US government. But whenever calamities like, let's say, earthquake, cyclone, or tsunami occurs in various parts of this country, LIC fully settles all the claim, right? LIC is providing social security and has become a hope to 40 crore policy holders, earning their massive goodwill despite the cutthroat competition. I think around 23 private, from 23 private or 23 or 25 private companies. It is still ahead in the life insurance industry as a market leader with more than 75% market share as of March 2021. This is a rare feat which even China Life couldn't retain. The 50%, China Life is below 50% market share. Now, the big question is, once LIC is listed in stock exchange, will it be allowed to continue to invest for the development of our country, And it is an open secret that any listed company has to work for the interest and profit of the shareholders only, right? I'm telling you again, any listed company has to work for the interest and profit of the shareholders only. Now I will come to the shareholding in a few minutes. How much shareholding is going to be the government will be sold in LIC, right? LIC, and you will have to note one more thing. LIC has paid around 2,700 crores as a dividend for financial year 2019-20 to the government. From 1956 till date, the company has paid a total dividend of around, I think, 28 or 29,000 crores to the government. This is humongous payment of dividend, and it reflects how LIC is performing, right? So it is wrong to claim that the listing of LIC will protect the interest of policyholder. Therefore, the move to disinvestment LIC will severely impact the economy and vulnerable section of the population. The objective of nationalization will move into the background of LIC, and LIC will have to concentrate on delivering increasing profits to the shareholders like a private company. It will have to target big policies that bring greater profit. In the process, the small size policies that the poor, vulnerable, and the lower middle classes purchase will no longer be attractive. The social objective of providing insurance cover to the weaker section will also have a setback. This is why many people are saying LIC IPO is not good for this country, but it is good for the investor. The aim of expanding insurance in unprofitable rural areas will also suffer badly. Now, as per one of the 27 proposed amendments, the center will hold at least, 75% in LIC for the first year after the IPO, and subsequently hold at least 51% at all times after 5 years of listing. Hence, it is obvious that the shares in LIC may be parked or gone down to 51% in the span of 5 years. Now, the entire structure of LIC is built on complete trust of the people. So, wisdom is necessary before going ahead to sell equity in it. But the problem is, we have put a special video why government is having so much of disinvestment because of its fiscal deficit, which is above 6.7%. I think in last budget it was 6.7%. Now, the draft red hearing prospectus or DRHP for the IPO of state this insurance LIC has been filed with SEBI, okay, on I think for, March 13. As per the filing, the government of India, which holds 100% shares in the country's biggest insurer, which is LIC, is expected to offer around 316 million equity share for sale for a total from the total of around I think 6.5 billion shares something. So this offer will be purely on OFS or offer for sale transaction. Out of this, LIC will allocate up to 60% to the QIB portion. You know what is QIB, right? So QIB means qualified institutional bidders, right? Like financial institutions, commercial banks, mutual funds, and foreign portfolio investors. So they are just selling it to foreign people, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. And only 35% of the entire IPO is reserved for retail investors. We don't know if LIC public issue will be successful or not. The IPO is very crucial for the markets as it will help the government to narrow down its fiscal deficit, and rough calculations suggest that around at least 10 billion will be sucked out of the system once the IPO is launched. So we can see a very patchy market in this February also, sorry, March also. So February was very volatile. March also we are going to be volatile, I think. So we don't know. Only once the IPO is out, we will know the outcome of the market. We don't know on how retail traders are also going to react. Many people are sitting on the sideline. They are observing how the market situation unfolds amid this Russia-Ukraine tension and sustained FII outflow also. FIIs are like selling every day. They want to sell, no matter what, they are just keep on selling. So no matter what happens, LIC IPO will be defining the market events of 2020, right? So if you are an investor, you can apply for LIC IPO. You know how from this video itself you might understand how rich is LIC, and it may give good returns to investors. And for traders, we will have to wait and see. Maybe markets might be patchy and highly volatile in this March series also. So that's all. I think we have mentioned the maximum, or we have told what we could from about the LIC IPO. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.